Hello, my name's Stephen, and I'm the worship pastor here at Harwood Terrace. Today, I'm going to make this video so that we can start recording our processes and procedures in the tech team as we develop and create our weekend service in all of our technical aspects. Today, though, we're going to look at exactly how I take the schedule of service from Planning Center Online and import that into ProPresenter so that we have all of our slides and our song slides, lyrics ready to go for the weekend. Here we go. First thing we have to do as we're looking at ProPresenter is to set it up so that ProPresenter does most of the work for us. We do that by going into ProPresenter 6 and Preferences. And we get into Preferences, we go to the Services tab here. On the Services tab, there's this one line here that says Match Songs in Library. Make sure that's checked on the computer you're using. What that'll do is ProPresenter will look in its library, and it's going to find a song in the library that closest matches the one that we're importing, and it'll automatically put those slides in there. It just takes a little bit of the work off of us. If there's any errors, it's real easy to fix. So we make sure that's first clicked. All right, the next thing we do is we come down to playlist here in the lower left-hand corner, and right below you'll see the plus sign with a caret next to it. We click there, and we're going to go to new PCO playlist. So it's a new Planning Center Online playlist. That'll pop up a new window, and it will have all of the events and weekend services that I've gotten built already in Planning Center Online. For instance, I've already built February 3rd through the 24th, so they're in there, and we can import any one of those into the service. So we picked the best one for us for today. I'm going to go ahead and import February 10th into our ProPresenter. So you select that, and it will create a playlist down here with that name, February 10th, or whatever the name of that service is. Let's go ahead and close our information center. Now you will see next to the playlist is the list of what's in that playlist, and it pulled all of this from the Planning Center Online schedule that we have built there. What ProPresenter has done for us already is it has found the songs, for instance, Our God, and has found that song in our library and has already added it to the playlist for us. So all of our songs are already in our playlist. So we have Our God, From the Inside Out, and then Lord, I Need You. Then we'll go into prayer, scripture reading, sermon. Then the songs afterwards are At the Cross, Love Ran Red, and then At the Cross. And then we have a blessing or benediction at the end. So that's the songs, but we have one more portion. It is put the song into it, but not the arrangement. So it's got the verse, it's got the chorus, and the bridge, but it doesn't have how many times and what order we're doing those. The way we do that is we go to the arrangement view. It looks like a little hierarchy chart here. Click on that, and you'll see each portion of the song. If you click on the gear on the side, we'll see the master, and I always name them HTBC for our arrangement that we use. So you click on that, and it will bring up the arrangement we use here, all of the choruses, how many times we do them, bridge, and so forth, and that will change everything in there. And you can go ahead and close that hierarchy chart. And that has brought it in where you see that we did chorus twice and bridge and go back to the chorus. We have to do this for each song. So we go hierarchy, HTBC, it's in there. Then we'll go to the next song, Lord, I Need You, hierarchy, HTBC. And this is always the arrangement that we used the previous time we sang this song. If there are any changes, that's actually the place where you'll go in and change it on Thursday night during rehearsals, is make the changes here in the arrangement view. Okay, so I go through and do that. So what we're missing now is all of the other slides outside of the song lyrics. For instance, our pre-service slide roll. We always have slides that are going with announcements before the service. What we'll do is we'll press this link button, and it has this area here that says drop the ProPresenter document here. And we've got in our library, we've got built already a pre-service scroll, and it is called pre-service slide roll. So we'll find it in our library by searching in our search box, and then we'll just drag that there, drop it in, and there is the slide roll. Now we can change it right from there if we have to make any changes to our slide roll, any additional announcements to place in there. Next thing we have is our announcements and during the welcome portion, and we will search our library for welcome, have welcome and announcements, and pull those over. And this is the one that we'll be using while the announcements are being done, the welcome at the beginning of service. The call for worship is something that will only be if I plan on starting service with some sort of scripture, then we'll add that in there, but not for this one. So we move down through the songs that we've already completed, and prayer and confession. During our prayer time, we have a slide that stays up. Search for prayer, and it's called Worship and Prayer. We just pull it over, and it's just a one slide that shows that we just have it presented as we're praying. Scripture reading, each week that'll be different, but it will be under the same name. Just search for scripture, scripture reading here. Drag it over, and I'll have that prepared beforehand in our library for that week's scripture reading. Then we'll move down to sermon. Same thing, I will import Pastor James' sermon from PowerPoint into ProPresenter, and it'll be in our library. And most of the time, that'll be named after whatever the sermon is. For instance, he preached a couple weeks ago on a sermon called A Journey West. So I have that one in here. I'm just going to use that one. So A Journey West, I'm going to slide it over, and then we have his. I'll have on a separate video exactly how I import that PowerPoint into ProPresenter. That'll be a separate video. But here, we just slide it in, link it, and it is in there. We got the last two songs, and then blessing in the library is called benediction. So we search for the benediction, drop it in. It's also another just one slider that we show as Pastor James is wrapping up the service. So that's how I take what I've already built in Planning Center Online and import it into ProPresenter. You know, I thank you guys a lot for what you're doing, for volunteering in the technical ministry here. It takes a lot to learn this, and I really appreciate it. If you have any questions on this, find me at any time. I hope this video helped.